Your live interactive coverage with Good Day Maine will begin soon. Good Day Maine's Friday Favorites starts right now.
Good morning. We are live and feeling good on this Friday.
I think
right?
It's really funny that I'm so into music and I'm so excited that I'm tapping my foot to the music.
Yeah.
I held the whole desk here that has the computer shaking like this.
Oh
I know.
my goodness, like an earthquake in here.
It's a good tune, man. I had my toes tapping and my fingers ready to snap, right?
Well, we hope you're having a great morning. Thanks for being here with us for our Friday Favorites. This is a fun segment that we've been doing the past couple weeks with Good Day Maine, just kind of talking about some of our favorite stories of the week, looking ahead to the weekend, and some of your favorite stories too, what's been doing well on social media, what people have been talking about all week. So, I mean, this morning, I think we can all say it's been the weather that we've been talking about, that we finally don't have snow in the forecast, right?
Yeah, look, here's the deal. I love snow. I love to ski. I love to snowboard. I love to go sledding with my kids. I think it's pretty. I like all that stuff. But after 3 storms in 6 days, I think we're good for a few days,
I think we're good for a few days.
Okay.
But some people that are really, really happy about all the snow, of course, the ski resorts. I mean, they're just so happy.
And let me tell you something. Here's the good news. I was up at Pleasant Mountain yesterday.
Yep.
And they received 6 inches of snow, and they are so psyched. They have, of course, day skiing, night skiing. They had a no school yesterday in Bridgeton and Naples. They had a lot of folks up there skiing yesterday. I talked to some folks at Sunny River. They are so excited. Of course, a few weeks away is February vacation. So all eyes on the prize of having a very successful winter season now.
Yes. And by the way, if you're tuning in, we'd love to know where you're watching from, and tell us if you have any weekend plans. Maybe you're heading to hit the slopes. And so we were talking earlier about the amount of snowfall we got in the past week and how crazy it was. So I wanted to check in with Ryan Munn, meteorologist. Hey, Ryan.
He's like, he's ready for a workout.
I know.
Just cracking my neck, getting ready.
And if you haven't met Ryan is our newest meteorologist. So we're very happy to have him on our team.
Yeah, so Ryan, the big question is, do you love to ski? Do you love to snowboard? Do you love to sled or snowshoe or cross-country ski? And also fill us in on what the mountains are looking like.
So actually, I wouldn't be opposed to doing any of those, but the thing that you missed is snowmobiling.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm a snowmobiler. I actually have family up in northern Vermont, so I'll go up there and go snowmobiling there. But yeah, the mountains, they are looking good. I mean, past 3 storms has generally brought snow up to there. Are you guys skiers?
Oh, I love to ski.
Yeah,
absolutely. I probably ski about at least a half dozen times a year, and most of the time, I wait for March because in January it's so unpredictable. Sometimes you're going to get, temperatures in the teens or single digits, and then when you got the wind blowing in your face, it's like I do 2 runs and I'm ready for the bar.
Yeah. I love the ski lodge. That's
yeah. There you go.
Find me.
It's also one of the things too. It's like it could be 30 at the surface and 14 at the summit.
Yeah. So we've got a really good snowpack, Ryan.
Yeah, we do. Just in the month of January, we have seen here in Portland, it's more impressive up towards the north, but just in Portland itself, we have seen almost 23 inches of snow, and that is 7 inches above the average just for the month. So we've definitely seen quite a bit of snow over the past couple weeks. So, if it was up to me, I'm ready to keep this going. I don't know about you guys.
Oh, these meteorologists!
I'm ready for it. Once March comes, then I'm thinking, all right, we'll bring on the 50s now.
All right, you're fitting in. I feel like as a Mainer, right?
However, let me tell you again: if you're into skiing and snowboarding, March is like the best month because it's not usually like frigid out there. It's just cold, and it's great skiing, by the way, in New England.
Exactly.
It's very true.
But yeah, the forecast is looking good.
Yeah, it is. And Cameron James Bradbury, thanks for commenting. That's Lost Valley. That's right. So today apparently is fireworks and the ski torchlight parade at Lost Valley. And good morning, Carrie from Asheville, North Carolina, saying it's chilly here, but not like back at home. And speaking of chilly, Ryan, just we're bracing for some frigid
Yes.
temperatures next week.
Do I
Yeah,
even want to hear this?
Well, maybe not if you don't like the cold. Block your
Yeah,
eardrums.
okay.
I'm sure.
There you go. Yeah. No, but yeah, we are watching the threat for, just some true Arctic air is a very strong area of high pressure just moving in from Canada. Likely sets up across the state as we head into the middle and end of next week, even into next weekend. I mean, right now, it's not in the 7-day forecast yet, but it looks like Friday into next weekend, we could be talking temperatures for highs, single digits, low teens, well below zero. Yeah, There you go, Jeff.
Yep.
Well below zero in some spots overnight. So it could definitely be cold. I do think that might moderate just a little bit. But don't be surprised, Katie, if you might be running a story or two on some of this cold air coming in.
I bet we will. All right,
Because,
Ryan, we're going to.
I was just gonna say, there's always the threat for, when it's that cold. Now you're talking freezing pipes, and there's definitely dangers that come with it.
I know, and I bet we'll have some warming shelters that communities are doing that we will want to, put out there for folks who potentially lose power or need, a place to stay warm.
Yeah, and especially for all the folks waking up in the morning with the dead batteries. So get those memberships, whether it's AAA or whatever. Too. You're going to need that.
Yeah. Absolutely. And hey, we have a little snow in the forecast too. So that's exciting.
Wow. We've got it all.
Yes, we do. Are we going to pull up when do you want to do the?
Sure.
Well, I say we do if you got, I don't know what the plan was
exactly. More about the single digits and whatever below zero. You can give me the forecast anytime.
But yeah, no, I mean, we are looking good today. I mean, sunshine returning and temperatures, we are going to top out in the upper I really shouldn't say upper. I think for the most part, it'll be more in the low to mid 30s. So overall, I mean, today is looking like a beautiful day, especially considering where we were yesterday.
I would have to agree with that. All right, Ryan, we're going to check back in with you in a second.
Okay, sounds good. I'm sorry, I wasn't exactly sure what the plan was.
You know what, Ryan? We're just going with the flow. That's what we do on Friday Favorites. So sounds good. All right, we'll check back in a few minutes.
It's like a blues concert. We kind of ad lib as we go along, right?
Yep. Okay, so we have to talk about this story. You may have remembered or seen this on Facebook or on social media or on our website. The seal, this was Tuesday? So it was Monday into Tuesday, right? And the seal was spotted 3 different times out of the water on the streets of Cape Elizabeth. People took the seal, put it back in the ocean. It came back, did it again. It came back, did it again. It came back. And I mean, people have just fallen in love with this guy.
Well, the secret's out. We have so many people that move up here, especially the greater Portland area, or just about any place in Maine, and they love it, except for about those below zero temperatures.
Well, right.
And so apparently the seal heard the rumors too, and the seal wants to hang out. And what's funny? What this story reminded me of is something that happened back in the 70s in Rockport. A seal named Andre that came to shore and befriended a young boy, and he actually made it into a movie called Andre the Seal. I think it came out maybe in the 90s. So if you want to check it out sometime, it's called Andre. But this kind of reminded me of that.
Yeah, and so here's an update on the seal from Marine Mammals of Maine. They say the gray seal was recently weaned from his mom and had a tough time on his own. He's underweight and will remain at the hospital for much needed nutrition and care until he's ready for release. Look at him. So this is the second seal from Cape Elizabeth currently at the center, according to Marine Mammals of Maine.
Are they talking or yawning? I can't tell.
They're making noises. It's so cute. They said after all of his adventures over that day, he spent the whole next day sleeping and suckling his flippers. I'll pull up our web story to show you how cute this little picture is. Look at him. Oh my god.
It's like he's so shy. He's like, oh, okay, no.
Look how in the little spots and everything. And I mean, the folks did the right thing trying to, put him back in the water, but especially calling this group to come in and intervene, because you're really not supposed to get up close, to these animals. You can scare them. They can get, just frightened by you and affected by that.
And not just that, but a lot of times in some animals that if they, a mom or some of the other seals or other animals smell them or get the scent of a human, they won't want anything to do with them. I know that happens with deer. They also say never go around a fawn, because once the mother smells like human, like on a fawn, they don't want any part of them.
Yeah,
and so
which is so sad.
You just want to let the experts take care of it.
Yep. And so if you're interested in finding out more, you can head to our website. We have the web story up, and Marine Mammals of Maine, which is, of course, caring for this animal now. They're asking for donations to help with the seal and other animals in their care. So they do incredible work.
You know, it's funny, Katie, I know we've been both doing this business for a long time. It still blows my mind, especially probably maybe the last 10 years. It's like people care more about animal stories than human stories. It's unbelievable.
I know.
Whether it's a cat, a dog, a seal, a squirrel, whatever, people love it.
Well, look, that
Yes.
says it all. Oh, I'm just so glad the seal's doing okay, because 3 times in and out and wandering the streets of Cape Elizabeth, that's quite a journey that the seal has been
Maybe
on.
looking for mommy, maybe lost or looking for a friend or whatever, maybe hungry. I don't know.
Yeah, so I think that we'll have more updates to come from Marine Mammals of Maine. They've been posting a lot on Facebook, on their page on Facebook. So I think we'll have some more updates to share with you potentially next week. So the other story that's getting a lot of buzz this week is the James Beard Award semifinalists. It's basically like the Oscar Awards, right, for restaurants and bars and etc. And Maine is often recognized, and especially this year. I mean, we've gotten some big shout outs for a lot of people, which is so exciting.
Well, look, I've been in this television market for, oh my gosh, at least over 20 years, not more, 25. I don't even know. I lost count. But it's funny. You hear about this all the time about chefs in Maine, restaurants in Maine, just the industry, like one of the tops in the country.
Oh, yeah.
And this is no surprise that it seems like every year we have somebody that's nominated or wins one of these awards.
Yeah. So I want to pull up the list. Let's see. Here
Let's
we
find
go.
out how many restaurants we've been to when it comes to
I
this.
know.
Well,
I
you're
know.
the foodie in the
I
group.
am.
So,
I
yeah.
know. I'm always looking at the next new hotspot, and there's so many to choose from. So there were more than 10 Maine chefs and restaurants named as semifinalists for the James Beard Award. And outstanding restaurateur Krista Cole from Sir Lee and Gather. Sir Lee is in Portland, I believe on Free Street, and Gather is in Yarmouth. And incredible restaurants. I've been to both of those.
I haven't.
Yeah, well, that's okay. Now, this is cool. Outstanding pastry chef or baker, Atsuko Fujimoto of Noramito Bakery in Portland. That's a really unique sort of fusion bakery. And we actually spoke with someone there. So why don't we hear what they had to say?
You know, very European style baking, but I'm from Japan, and we offer rice balls and some traditional European pastries with a little Japanese flavor or twist, and I think that that makes us a little different from other bakeries.
I would say so. I think that's so cool.
Yeah, and I'm willing to try this out because I love Asian restaurants. And for you
Yes.
folks that don't know, I'm plant-based. I've been vegan for a long time. And any kind of Asian restaurant or Indian restaurant, man, they always have something for me. So I'm always got my ears, ready. Oh, what is this restaurant all about?
Yes, it's really, really cool. And so outstanding hospitality. That was Sir Lee again, and the Quarry in Monson, Maine, which is really cool.
Here's
So
what's funny.
going out of Portland, which is nice.
And let me tell you something. I've driven through Monson many times.
Mhm.
I have just friends that have like a camp up on Moosehead Lake. And when you drive through Monson, of course, that's where you start the 100-mile wilderness when it comes to the Appalachian Trail. But you would never guess that this unbelievable restaurant comes out of Monson, because you could blink and you'd be through Monson just like that. But there's great places up there.
The Quarry, I would love to check it out. Outstanding bar, the Jewel Box. I have not been to the Jewel Box, but I've heard great things. And here's some nominations for Best Chef: Sarah Jenkins, Nina June, Rockport, Jason Laverdiere from
job on the
Flux, hopefully,
pronunciation.
Lisbon
Right.
Falls. Courtney Loreg from Woodford Food and Beverage. That's not far from here.
There's a place I've been to.
Woodford. There you
There you
go. Tony Pastor from 4th Street. Love 4th Street.
Is that like the only 5-star restaurant in Portland, or is that
No,
one of them, or
there's
not?
so
No?
many.
Really?
Well,
5-star?
one of many, I
Really?
would
Okay.
say. Izal Perez from Isa. I've heard great things about
Mhm.
Isa. And then this is cool. Best new restaurant, Wolf Peach in Camden. I went to Camden and I
Yeah.
saw this place. I didn't go, and I'm kind of regretting it now. But there's so many other great restaurants in Camden. But I did notice it, and I think that's awesome that they're nominated.
Ready for another trip,
And now-
right?
Yeah,
There you go.
definitely.
And
Why
they're
not?
open during the wintertime too up there. So you saw that they were open too?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. So, yeah, let us know if you've been to any of these restaurants, or maybe if you think that some restaurant should be nominated that maybe wasn't this year. It's got to be hard for them to narrow this down because there's so many.
Oh my gosh, so many restaurants here. The thing that's nice, we're talking about the restaurant on Woodford's Corner. That's an untapped area for so many people. They're so used to going to the Old Port in Portland, and they forget that there's a lot of great restaurants that are not in the Old Port. Like around Woodford's Corner, you have Bird and Company. You have a couple other restaurants around it like that one too. What's it called? The Woodford
Food and Beverage.
Yeah. There's so many great. So it's like give some of those restaurants a try too.
I totally agree. Yeah. All right, so now the other kind of chatter this week, we're going to bring Ryan back in for this. Who do
I'm ready this time.
There you go. I know. I gave you a second just to kind of prep. Who do you think will go to the Super Bowl? This is a big question. And we're all kind of football fans around here. So, Jeff, I want your thoughts to start off.
Yeah. Well, first of all, we have both those games this weekend, the conference championship games on our channels.
Sunday.
We have the AFC championship game on channel 13, and we have the NFC championship game on Fox 23. And yes, we have the Super Bowl on Fox 23 as well. So they're all on our channel. So that's why we even have an extra, interest in this. But if you let's talk about the AFC championship game first, since the Patriots are in the AFC championship game. And a lot of us are Patriot fans. Not me. I like the Raiders. But anyway,
go Pats.
There you go. But the Bengals and the Chiefs, what a great matchup. This game is in Kansas City. Chiefs are the top seed. Let's go over first of all some of the things. Is when it comes to the Bengals, they beat the Bills in Buffalo last week, an impressive win. The Chiefs, won their game. Patrick Mahomes is not 100%, had a high ankle sprain, and if we're talking about picks in this game, I'm telling you, and I'm not just doing this because the Bengals went to the Super Bowl last year. They're a great team, and I watched them dismantle the Bills last week. And I really like Cincinnati, and the Bengals have beaten the Chiefs. They have their number. They won 3 in a row over Kansas City. And throw in the fact that Mahomes is injured, and I like the Bengals winning a close one again. So I like Cincinnati advancing to the Super Bowl out of the AFC.
Okay, Ryan, what are your thoughts?
So I think, Jeff, I think you're onto something there with Mahomes not being healthy. But I don't know, man. I just think that this is the year that Mahomes comes out of the AFC once again. Whether I want him to or not, that remains to be seen. I'm a big Patriots fan, as Jeff, you were just saying. I heard you were a big Patriots fan too.
We didn't pick up on the sarcasm.
You heard wrong.
No, we did.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Thanks.
I'm messing with you. No, I'm just kidding. But I think truthfully, I think it's going to be the Chiefs and the 49ers. That's kind of my Super Bowl pick right now, and I'm going to say. We'll let you go first. What do you guys think about the Super Bowl?
Well, I'm going to get my AFC, thoughts about So I think that if Patrick Mahomes is totally healthy, then I would probably go with the Chiefs. I just think he is so good. But I think that if he's not 100%, I think it's going to go to the Bengals. They've just been so good this year.
Yeah, and here's the thing. Look, I'm a Raider fan. I'm happy to announce that to everyone. Most people know that anyway. And look, I hate the Chiefs in the worst way because they've been in the division round since I was a little kid. But you know what? You got to love their tight end and the quarterback. Look, Patrick Mahomes is unbelievable.
He's unbelievable.
I mean, to watch it, he's throwing passes like this, whatever. He's great to watch. And look, I love him as a player. I just can't stand the team. But you're right. I mean, he's the wild card in this whole thing. Yeah. That if he has an unbelievable game again, Kansas City could win this. But I do like Cincinnati. I just think the Bengals have the Chiefs' number. And I think, again, with this injury that Mahomes is not 100%, I still like Cincinnati coming out of that. So let's move on to the NFC now. It's the Eagles and the 49ers. The Eagles have been the team all season long in the NFC team. This is in Philly. And the 49ers, again, they've won 10 in a row, I think, with their third-string quarterback, Purdy, who is Mr. Irrelevant, the last guy picked in the NFL draft out of Iowa State. And this guy can't lose. He kind of reminds me of – I'm not comparing him, but kind of like a Tom Brady who came out of nowhere and has led this team.
Surprised everybody.
Yes, but I got to say that I think Purdy is due for a letdown, a little bit of a letdown. And I think the Eagles are so good this year that I like Philly in the NFC.
Okay, what do you think, Brian?
I think I'm gonna have to go with the 49ers. While Hurts is playing great, the Eagles are playing great. I just think that the 49ers are on a roll. Christian McCaffrey, as soon as he got here, as Jeff was just saying, I think they're 8 or 10-0 or whatever the case may be. They haven't lost. So I think they keep the streak going. That defense is just too good.
Yeah, I haven't tracked these two teams a lot, so I can't make a super educated prediction, but I'm going to go with the 49ers and because they've done so well. But either way, I'm just excited to see this matchup on Sunday. I think it's going to be an incredible game.
Yeah, both games are going to be great.
Yeah.
I mean, just the fact that the Patriots aren't playing and my Raiders aren't playing. So
That's
we can
good, no stress.
Yeah, exactly. So we can exactly. That's what I like best about it. I always tell people the Patriots aren't in it, or my team, the Raiders, or a friend of mine's a Cowboys fan. Hey, guess what? You can watch this game and just enjoy somebody else getting stressed out for a change, right? I'm being positive about it.
Yeah, totally. So you'll be watching, Ryan, on Sunday?
Oh yeah, I have to work, but I'll be making sure I keep tuned to the game.
Yes, totally.
And again, those games can be seen in the AFC Championship game on CBS 13 and the NFC Championship game on Fox 23. And then 2 weeks from Sunday, the Super Bowl on Fox 23.
Yeah, it's a perfect time, especially even if you're not a football fan. I mean, it's just exciting, because they're just incredible teams that we've narrowed it down to 4 now, so.
And these 4 teams are excellent teams. And I think both games are going to be close. And they could come down to the final seconds or overtime with a field goal at the end. So a lot of times it's just like whoever's got the best place kicker, whoever can overcome injuries and turnovers, that ends up winning the game. So sometimes
I think
you never know, we can all
truthfully,
be wrong,
Too, I truthfully believe, obviously I'm a Patriots fan, but I feel like this championship weekend, it really is the 4 best teams in the league. That doesn't happen all the time. You might think, like the last 4 teams are the 4 best. That is by no means the case all the time, but I really believe that these are the 4 best teams in the league right now.
I think you're right. And if you miss them, we'll have the highlights on Monday morning on Good Day Maine.
Yeah,
So, well, thank you guys so much for hanging out with us on this Friday morning. It's been fun.
Oh, man, Friday. Just the fact, like when I wake up on a Friday morning, I'm like, oh, God, hallelujah. We'll be able to sleep in on Saturday because we all get up.
Not setting the alarm is the best.
Man, and you know what? Katie gets up earlier than all of us. But I complain about getting up at 2:15, but she gets up earlier than all of us. So.
Well, Ryan, it's been awesome having you hang out with us on Good Day Maine too. And you'll be with us next week a couple days, right?
Yes, I'll be here Tuesday and Wednesday.
All right, sounds good.
And Ryan, I don't want to make look, these are very small boxes you're looking at right now, so I don't make your head grow too big, so it gets throughout. There you go.
There you go.
But you know what? You've only been here for a couple of weeks. You're doing a great job. Keep up.
I appreciate it.
And it was great seeing you filling on Good Day Maine this morning.
Yeah, I really appreciate that, Jeff. I'm excited to be here, and let's keep this rolling.
Keep it going. All right. Well, thanks everybody, and have a great weekend.